This channel supports St. Jude's Research Hospital for Children and is a part of their Play Live charity drive. For more information on how to join as well as how to donate, please head to the description and click the link at the top of it. Remember, any and all support is appreciated, so feel free to give and support in any way you can. Thank you for your participation.
What up, everybody? This is your boy Black Vegas, and oh my god. Okay, so I'm sorry, y'all. I've been laughing and almost crying too because, all right, so it's been a while since I've gotten political on this channel, but I just my stomach hurts. I feel like my soul is crying. I'm laughing, but on the inside, I'm just being ripped apart because we in fucking trouble, y'all. So I decided to watch the presidential debate. I'm sorry. Okay, let me get myself together. Let's. Whew. All right. So I watched the first presidential debate, just out of curiosity, because did a podcast with my co-host of the His Point Her View podcast, which you can find on Wise Guy Gaming, Sports, and Entertainment channel. I will put the link in the description for you guys. Hey, had to get that plug in there. But we've had the discussion about what we thought the debate was going to be about. And we both pretty much agreed that it was going to be some fuckery, as we like to say. That's my co-host's favorite word, and I have adopted it wholeheartedly. And it worked to perfection in this situation because what's the saying that people say? Jesus take the wheel? Not even Jesus is going to touch this one, bruh. He sees that car about to go over the cliff and it's flaming. He like, nah, y'all on your own right now. I don't know if I can help you. Cause, damn. Look, I know things are rough right now, at least for the presidential election, which I'll get into more later, but which is why I strongly urge you guys to please stop focusing on these two clowns like they are the only thing that matters in the political spectrum. But we'll get to that more later. So Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton had their first debate, and as you can see by the picture that I captioned, it went pretty much the way that I thought. It was a petty slap fest. Seriously. There were points where, they tried to sound political. Hillary, for the most part, she tried. As everybody likes to say, Hillary's a robot. Tonight I will say this. As a robot, she had some good inputs. Whoever programmed her tonight had programmed some good stuff in her. Unfortunately, that programming completely started to get rewritten as the night went on because Donald Trump's not going to let you have an intelligent conversation. We should all know this by now about this man. He's not coming to a debate or any type of discussion to have a political, open, fair discussion. He's going to say the most outlandish, brash, crazy shit he can because he knows his constituency. He knows his base. They are just as wild, uncouth, and irrational as he is. They don't want to listen to any type of facts. They just want to hear what they want to hear. And that's how he is. He has a belief in something. He's going to say it because, God damn it, I think this is what it is what it is. You're not going to tell me any different. Fuck that. The sky is not blue. I say it's gray. It's always been gray. I don't care what scientific fact you have. It's gray. Fuck you and your science. That's Trump. That's his constituent. This is the thing about Hillary. For any points that she bring, her mannerisms and the way that she continually broke down as she responded back to him with more like visceral and pettiness coming out of her, it was kind of going back to how she was doing the Obama debates when it got to the point where it was clear she was going to lose and she started to break. Now, in this case, it's clear that she's not thinking she's going to lose, but she let that man get to him, and that's what he wants. He doesn't want to have civil discussions. If he can get things out into disorder, he feels like he wins. Because look how the crowd even changed. We got to a point near the end where the crowd was going back and forth with pops. It was like watching a fucking wrestling match. It was like watching Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins, where you got the Seth Rollins people popping when he got a move off, and then Kevin Owens fans cheering when he got his shit in. It was fucking ridiculous. It was better than a WWE crowd. It was wild. It was surreal. It was saddening. And shout out to my boy Shaz. I feel for you. He tweeted, I wanted to watch this debate because I wanted to be informed for my first election. But wow. And when I saw that, I was like, damn, son. This is your first election. This is your first serious experience with the political system in this country. And this is the candidates that you get to watch and try to determine who you feel deserves your vote. Jesus Christ, people of this generation, if you're experiencing your first election this go around, I seriously feel for you. Mind you, politics has always been rough. It's never been a perfect system at all. But at least in my lifetime, I could never remember it being as ridiculous as it is now. Maybe it's because we're in that social media, reality TV area. I said era. Forgive me for being Trump-like. But maybe because we're in that reality TV era, that this type of political arena is able to exist because I don't know, maybe nobody takes it either. Maybe we've gone to the point where we have taken politics as, we've taken it for granted as much as possible, not really voting except for in presidential elections, not really caring about who's running our Senate. We don't even care who's our fucking DAs, who's our sheriffs, things like that. All the stuff that we have going, the police shootings and all that, a lot of that stuff could be mitigated if we actually cared about the political system, not just because of who's going to be in charge every fucking 4 years, but who's going to be in charge of my neighborhood. Who's the guy who's in charge of the officers and giving policies and dictating how they respond to transgressions by their own, employees. We don't do any of that. We don't care about our fucking councilmen for the most part. We don't give a fuck about mayors. The governor barely gets touched, I feel, these days. And that's just like that's a step down from the, state senates and then the U.S. senates and stuff like that. We don't really get involved in all those things and referendums and stuff like that. But we only care about the circus. And now we have one hell of a circus that's so fucking ridiculous that we're all like, there's some who've bought in with the whole fuckery and are just going back and forth, especially like with the pettiness that these two exhibit. There are people now on Twitter who are sitting up here just saying all types of dumb shit, supporting this type of behavior in a political debate. No. And the thing is, all the meanwhile, the people who are making the real moves, who have the real control over certain things, congressmen, the Congress, the Senate, we not giving a fuck about them. And they're going to slide in their people and they're going to do what they're going to do. Sure, we'll get our presidential figurehead who can, recite policy and things like that, but they can block a lot of what he wants or she wants if it's Hillary. They can set a lot of the rules and things like that, but we don't give a fuck about them. But we all in on this fucking bullshit. We love the reality TV show. We were happy to watch Mean Girls 2 unfold in our eyes. Some of us were. I wasn't. I was like, yeah, I was clowning online, but because I can't help but clown. Because if I don't clown, I'm going to be sitting over here in a fucking mess, screaming to the top of my lungs, and probably in tears, because it's like, you've pretty much proved what I've been saying for a while. People don't really give a fuck about politics. And this is an example of what happens when we don't give a fuck about. And again, it's not just about the presidency, y'all. It never has just been about the president. That's what we make it about, and that's why we're kind of in the situation where we're at, because we don't care about all facets. And now we have two candidates where now we're all bought in on the same type of, oh well, it's the presidential election, we gotta vote. And now we're all sitting back here standing in horror, feeling scared, feeling angry, feeling disillusioned. And it's like, there's ways that you can help things, mitigate things. No matter which one gets in, there are things that we can still do. There are things that we can concern ourselves about if we want to. But we have to want to. We can't just like fold up shop when we don't get our way because of what happens in the presidential election. It's a bigger arena than that. And I need you guys to realize that. Hopefully, this has been a shock to your system, where it will wake you up and you will actually start to pay the fuck attention to everything. This is your lesson. This is the slap, the kick in the like crotch, the punch to the gut that I think this country needs to realize that, hey, we need to get our shit together as citizens. We can talk all the shit we want about these politicians, but if we actually give enough of a fuck, we can get rid of a lot of these people. And we can actually do something about making this country better. But we have to give a fuck beyond just like one office. We have to give a fuck completely. That's what's going to change this country. Not whether Trump gets in and quote unquote makes America great again, or Hillary gets in and does whatever button is pushed to come out her, to like dictate what policy comes out of her mouth. No. It's there's a bigger, we need to fix ourselves first before we completely just go in on them. But yeah, this debate, fucking ridiculous. God damn it. I'm like keyed up, and I wasted a lot of time because I could have been playing Destiny or fucking Uncharted, Overwatch. I could have been playing fucking Overwatch, watching WWE Raw, and actually seeing a real well, not a real fight, but at least a spectacle of a fight that's meant to be that. This was supposed to be something serious. It was a fucking joke. Monday Night Football. Could have been watching that shit. So many other things we could have been doing, people. God damn it. Anyway. Alright, I've said my piece. So, as always, feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you think. And I shall holler at you later. And by the way, I probably won't respond to comments on here because I can imagine what some of them are. So if you put in a sensible comment, I may just click the like button to acknowledge that I understand and agree, but I'm not responding because I can just imagine some of the comments that could fall under this subject on all videos, not just on mine, but every video about this debate. Good Lord. Anyway, all right, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.